Hello, my name is Ayush Kumar. This is my Tableau presentation for CGS 2100 or Business and Computers. On this Tableau dashboard, you can see that I have three different charts, the first of which being competitor sales, which compares our cafe, Crappy Coffee, with 4 other cafes which drew the most of our attention throughout the course of the simulation. When I say our, I mean mine along with 3 other classmates with which we ran the cafe, with whom I ran the cafe. So along the x-axis here, we have W1, W2, W3, etc., which shows the weeks, week 1 to week 13, which was the entire simulation. Along the y-axis, we have the cumulative revenue. So as you can see, from weeks 1 to week 3, there isn't much growth in the cumulative revenue for any of the cafes. However, from week 4 to week 6, we see this greater increase in cumulative revenue as opposed to the prior 3 weeks. So my theory as to why this happened for all of the cafes, I know why it happened for our cafe. It is because they gave us a special decision to add a Wi-Fi connection into our cafes, which I'm assuming the other cafes decided was the best option as well. And as a result, maybe not as a sole result, however, as a contributing factor to this increase in cumulative growth, the rest of the cafes also increased. However, Bull's Cafe was relatively higher than the other cafes from the beginning of the simulation. There are various factors or various reasons as to why this may be. One theory to that is the startup decisions which they made, or advertising which they paid for early on that other cafes didn't do. That there's a lot of reasons as to why they started off higher. Yeah, that's that. And moving on to the next chart, we have revenue versus cups sold shown on a double axis chart. The left axis being cups sold, the right being revenue, and the x-axis being the period of time, the weeks, week 1 to week 13. So as you can see in the beginning, we sell relatively low cups, which ultimately increases as we gain more customers, increase advertising, offer promotions for our customers, host radio talk shows, this, that, and the third. So the revenue also increases with the with the increase in cups sold. This is a fairly easy concept to grasp, as the more cups you are selling, the more revenue is generated for the respective cafe. And then the final chart, net income versus revenue, can best be looked at as net income, which would be the profits, and the cumulative revenue, which is the amount of money the cafe pulls in. So the reason why this is significantly lower than the cumulative revenue is because the cumulative revenue doesn't account for expenses, whereas net income is just the pure profit, which is why this is less than the amount of money that the cafe brings in. So in conclusion, this was my Tableau presentation. Thank you very much.